They cannot dodge this util. EDG are ready to swarm, ready to collect. It'll take a miracle to stop it at this point. They are not ready to let it happen. EDG will not be denied a chance for greatness.
EDG beat Sentinels 2-1 after losing the first map. And on Sentinels' map pick of Lotus, which was the second map, they decided to prioritize taking C main control. But in doing that, they also forgot how to properly fight and take back rubble control. And I think that was a key factor why they lost this map. Alright, it's round 15, and something that Sentinels does a lot in this game is they take early C control, and they do like a pretty unique set where they'll have Omen smoke here, and then they have their Omen either TP here or into the smoke. You send a Fade Dog at the same time. This Fade Dog will go up and kind of clear Mound, along with some other pieces of utility and stuff to try to put pressure on the C player, because they know EDG likes to start off C a little weaker, and having the smoke here also gives them some cover if EDG are planning to run a trap setup, which is really common on Neon. You'll see some breaches walk up to here, throw a stun like this, flash, open door, then you end up pinching from both sides. Right, so it's a common Lotus play, and it's a nice smoke that Sentinels are deciding to throw a lot. By taking early C, they also need to have protocols available for when they want to retake A control. Because I still think that in order to have a good attack round, you have to establish control of this area. And unfortunately, Sentinels just were not properly taking back rubble control. Very common thing you'll see is you'll see Killjoys have some kind of lineup that they throw that lands a molly on top of rubble, so you don't have to worry about it as you begin reclearing. We're going to see that Zelsis just doesn't have that lineup. And Sentinel's whole protocol when it comes to taking rubble space is just bad. As we can see, EDG gets Chichu up into that advanced top rubble position, and they're going to start refreshing their own way. Right? One of the good things about this EDG comp is even though they don't have a Sentinel, they have two smokes, so they can continue refreshing this Omen smoke on A. So Sentinels do a little bit more working towards C, and then the call comes in from John QT saying that we want to go back to A. Now, traditionally, what teams will do is they will put this Viper wall up to get past the Omen one way, because this allows the players to walk through the choke point and make it harder for the defenders to only focus on, this first angle. Because now, if you're a defender and the wall comes up, right, now you have to worry about someone maybe getting up here, someone standing here. There's just more angles that you have to worry about now as a defender. And so a general take involves putting this wall up, players walking out, and then some type of utility landing up here, clearing this angle, or maybe landing here, forcing the player to have to commit to a fight here, or have to back up. So we're going to see, as the Sentinels players group up here, we see a Fade Dog, but the Viper wall is not going to be up. And what ends up happening is two players just end up dying because they try to push through the one way. And on a bonus round, where three of the EDG players have really bad guns. Like we have a Stinger, we have a Bulldog, we have a Deagle. Two of us are dying to the Stinger because we couldn't put up a Viper wall. This is just embarrassing. So now the round is in shambles and Sentinels are forced to go B. We're going to see that eventually they're going to lose the round because of this, because EDG managed to retrieve guns and they have a 4v3 advantage with way more map control, right? Because Sentinels is being shoehorned into going B here. And then the round is over.
Nobody snaps to the sides and dismisses John as easily as that. Sassy his turn to step up, but a movement at charge just makes it so damn awkward. Tens up and ready. Smoke in his face, 60 HP. Not just a tap, it's a full stick as well from Kankan with the smoke as well. The play around comes down to that RNG. And a shot to bullets just not landing for him. EDG.
So I showed a little bit of this round earlier. We're just going to look at how Fnatic take A. This is a pistol round, so they don't want to invest too much utility early. We're going to see they put the Viper wall up, and then when they're walked past the one way, they put it down. They catch two players off. And that's just how you're supposed to be taking it if you don't want to invest utility. In this round, Sentinels, they're going to do their C default. Omen smoke forward, Raze goes into it along with a Fade Haunt, and they're going to grab that orb, and then they're going to back up. And now they're going to start reworking A. And even in this round, where EDG don't have anyone on A, I think Sentinels' Rubble retake is just really, really bad. A minute into the round now, Sentinels is going to try to retake A space. And just look at the difference in, how EDG has to play, knowing that they don't have this, early A main, Rubble area. They have to play so far back, and they have so little information that it's forcing nobody on C to play really aggressive, and he throws a deep haunt, try to confirm that they have all that space. So we know that this makes EDG uncomfortable. So my question is, why isn't Sentinels trying to do this more? Why are they not taking A main control? Some pretty bad spacing there between Tens and Zekin. Ten's unable to trade. And then Zekin gets a few kills to end the round, but they're pretty empty frags.
Left, and at this point, it's against them. They realize it. Win for EDG up to 11. Another.
Alright, round 21. Sentinels continue to do their C default. Right? EDG don't really have a response for it, as EDG is prioritizing taking A control. And we're going to see again, at about a minute left in the round, Sentinels is going to turn back and start working towards A. And we're going to see again that they just have really poor utility for this. Here comes the one way. We're going to put the Viper wall up. So we're going to throw a haunt. We're going to see Chichu and we're going to dog while the wall is up, right? So now EDG is thinking, oh, they want to re-clear A space. Well, what do we do, right? Fade Dog comes in, Viper Molly comes in. You would think now Sentinels, they have perfect information on where this Omen is. They would try to force a fight. It looks like because Zekin and Tens are still on C, that they want to end up finishing C, but you need to force these players back somehow. All you're doing right now is just dumping utility on him. If you're not going to capitalize off it and they decide to hold their ground, it's not going to do that much for them. And so the players on C don't rotate. EDG still has this advanced line and they don't need to worry about it at all. And because they have Kong, he can just rotate quickly over to C if he needs or rotate up to A. And so this kind of half-assed fake doesn't really do anything because they don't end up getting a kill. They don't end up fighting. They're too afraid to fight here. They need to be fighting this if they have a guy tagged. Right? It was a 3v2. They've already gotten past the choke point with the Viper wall. Their refusal to fight totally lost them this round.
Right there for EDG. But SEN also know there's no paranoia.
Is now EDG knows they're not going to re-hit A, right? Because Omen is in such an advanced position. And this is just a really nice side hold by EDG here.
Not dead yet. Nobody up and over the top punish onto Tens. Nana swarms. Shredding them to pieces.
And now with 20 seconds left in the round, not really anything that Sentinels can do as they just get traded out. And then the round is over. This last round is the first time Sentinels try to fight for A. And look, they have ideas, right? They know what they want to do. Tens TP's into an Omen smoke, and he won't get scanned by the Haunt. This is something that Sentinels has been trying a lot in the recent games. They put Omen smokes kind of tucked halfway into walls to try to, catch timings and stuff. So Sentinels do have some tech when it comes to taking A. But we're going to see that this time they take the A main control. They leave John QT, but because he's lurking in this area right here, you might as well have just not been lurking at all. Because you're going to be coming from the same area the rest of your team is coming from. If you bought Zelsis, say you bought the Killjoy, put a turret up here, scan that, and you tuck into here, right? That's a good lurk because the EDG players, they can't really walk up without you knowing, and they can't focus all their lines of sight onto this area right here. But because John QT is deciding to, do his lurk right in this little area right here, it ends up just being a super useless lurk. He doesn't achieve anything. They still end up surrendering all the space. And EDG, because they were very proactive, right? They decide to re-clear the space. That ends up winning them this round, as we'll see. Because Kong will walk forward, find two, making it a 4v3. And then EDG just has nice trading as they close out the map and take it to sunset for the decider.
Last one left. They cannot dodge this util. EDG are ready to swarm, ready to collect. It'll take a miracle to stop it at this point. They are not ready to let it happen. EDG.
So now Sentinels will be playing Fnatic for the tournament lives. I think Sentinels can bounce back, but they need to be able to recognize these mistakes that they're making in the game faster and adjust them during the game to better improve their odds. Thanks for watching.